much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the show that makes big winners out of the lowest scorers. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hiya, I'm Kieran, and this is Harry, and we both live in Aberdeen.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Rosie. This is my lovely husband, John, and we live in Milton Keynes.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Anne. This is my fabulous girlfriend, Hannah, and we're both from Cambridge.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Dan. This is my wife, Helen, and we're from Basden in Essex.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. It's fabulous to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. She's presented everything from quizzes and documentaries to Aldi's next big thing, and she's opening a new checkout in aisle 3, especially for us, which is nice. It's my new Pointless friend. It's Anita Rani.
Just the dream, always, to sit there at the checkout. And I'm opening the biscuit aisle.
Nice. What have you got there? I want to know
straight away. Come on, what is she eating today? What are they?
What are you holding?
What is that? Is it a Viennese finger? I'll tell you.
Ah. What's inside a Viennese finger? Chocolate. Good. No. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
They're going to keep me going.
Yeah, certainly are. Very nice.
Delicious.
Thank you very much. OK. Now, Linda and Ruth got through to the final last time, and they won the jackpot, which means today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. I've never seen more disingenuous clapping in my life. But thank you for the support. There we are. If everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Now, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. Try and make sure that is not you, and you do that by scoring as low as you can, as few points as you possibly can find. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category today is UK geography. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many UK cities containing the letters A or R as they could. Anita.
So we are looking for any UK city whose name contains either the letter A or R or both. We're accepting any city that appears on the gov.uk website as of July 2023, including Crown dependencies and British overseas territories. Good luck to all of you in here, and good luck to all of you over there.
Thank you very much indeed. So, Kieran.
Hello.
Here we are, straight into the game.
Yeah.
Tell us more about yourself, Kieran.
Well, I used to be a drag queen in a former life. When I lived in Ireland, I did that for like 10 years, and it led me to a lot of interesting places and interesting situations, and here I am now. And
here you are now.
Yeah.
You put the drag queen behind you, though.
Yeah, so to speak.
Yes. I mean, might it ever be resurrected, the drag queen career?
I did it like a beardy drag for a little while, but I didn't really like that. I decided I'd move to the UK and get a grown-up job, and that's clearly worked out well for me.
Is your drag queen name repeatable on tea time television?
Yeah, but it's a secret. I couldn't give that away. People have been looking me up. OK, no, this is completely fair. Now, Kieran, cities with an A and or R in their names. I'm going to go for Aberdeen.
Aberdeen?
Yeah, I know.
It's got both.
It does.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said Aberdeen. Aberdeen's right. Down it goes to 30. Good start. 30 for Aberdeen.
Yes, well done. Solid start. Known as the Granite City, Xander, because a large number of its historical buildings are made from the granite once quarried at Rubislaw Quarry, which closed in 1971.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. And Rosie, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Rosie.
So I am a semi-retired maths teacher, and I've started doing maths tutoring of late.
That is very good. How do you like the maths tutoring?
I love it, because you can really get to know the pupils and you can really help them to understand and articulate their own thinking.
Well, yes, indeed. Very important. How are you liking these cities?
I am going to go for Port Stanley.
You see, it's been quite rare for people actually to go off campus, as it were, to the overseas territories. Port Stanley, says Rosie. Let's see how many of our 100 people were as on the ball as Rosie. Port Stanley is right. 30 is the only score we have at the moment. You pass it. And that is a pointless answer. Very well done indeed, Rosie. Port Stanley scores absolutely nothing. And being a pointless answer, it adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £1,250, scores you nothing, and sets you and John up beautifully.
Oh, I mean, that is the way to do it, isn't it, Rosie? First answer, pointless. Yep, it's the capital of the Falkland Islands, also known as Stanley or Port Stanley, achieved city status in 2022. And it shows it pays to listen to the question.
Doesn't it?
Very good.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Now, Hannah, welcome back. I believe this is your third show.
It is our third show, yeah.
Where's that time gone? It's just flown by.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us more about yourself, Hannah.
So I'm a special education teacher from Cambridge, and in my spare time, I love to swim. I'm not very good at it, but I find it so relaxing. After a stressful job, just, you know, counting your breaths in the water, it's lovely.
Do you swim in a swimming pool, or do you swim in a river?
I swim in a swimming pool.
In a swimming pool?
Last year, I did a sponsored swim for Diabetes UK.
In the pool?
In the pool.
In this pool. How far did you swim in your sponsored swim?
So it was 22 miles, but it was over 2 months. So I went like 3-4 times a week.
OK.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Small
Not too
bites.
bad.
22 miles
Yeah.
sounds like a very long way. Hannah, what are you going to go for in our cities?
St Albans.
You're going to go for St Albans. Let's see how many of our 100 people said St Albans. St Albans is right. 30, the high score, nothing, the low. And down to 2 for St Albans. Very well done indeed, Hannah.
Yes, very well done. Pope Adrian IV, a.k.a. Nicholas Breakspear, the only English person ever to become Pope, was born near St Albans, and he received his early education at the Abbey School in St Albans. Beautiful, beautiful
It's a
Abbey.
beautiful
Isn't it
place.
stunning?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you.
Very nice.
Helen, welcome to Pointless.
Hello.
Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I work part-time at Tesco in the clothing department, and before that, for 20 years, I was a manager at a multiplex cinema.
Do you miss the multiplex cinema?
I do sometimes, but then I remember how messy it was.
Oh, yes, they get quite messy.
They get very messy.
Popcorn, you see, very sticky.
It's horrendous.
Horrendous.
Why doesn't it just go straight in the mouth, though? Why?
Well, because the trouble is, and you can start off eating like that, but I find as you get deeper into the bucket, you get fistfuls of it. And then when you leave, everyone has a little sort of V of popcorn.
Yeah, and then you end up kicking everyone's boxes and, feel it. Feel your pain.
There we go.
Thanks.
Helen, cities containing A's and R's.
Yes, geography not great for me, but we have a brand new city right on our doorstep, luckily, so I'm going to go for Southend-on-Sea.
Southend-on-Sea, there we are. Southend-on-Sea, yes, took me a while. Let's hope it goes down the column as far as it possibly can. Southend-on-Sea. It's right. Oh, look at that, very well done indeed. Helen, that's another pointless answer, and it adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,500. Scores you nothing, and it means Dan and you join Rosie and John there on nothing. Very well done indeed.
Another great start, strong start from a newbie there. And Southend Pier is the longest pleasure pier in the world, 1.33 miles out into the Thames estuary. And you can get a little train along it, can't you? Very pleasurable it is too.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Nothing. The best score of the past. Well done, Helen and Dan and Rosie and John, although strictly speaking, Dan and John didn't really play much of a part in that. And then we travel from there up to 2, where we find Hannah and Ant, and from there up to 30, where we find Kieran and Harry. I mean, you are a little bit ahead there, Harry, which means we're going to have to find a really fabulously obscure, low-scoring answer in the next part. So very good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Now then, Dan, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
Yes, so I work as a project controls manager in the defence industry for the past 10 months. Previous to that, I worked as a project manager on London Underground. So, yeah, doing lots of kind of project work in various industries of that nature.
That's very so. So engineering is broadly speaking.
Yeah, broadly speaking, yeah. I'm not an engineer, I hasten to add, but yes.
But in that sort of field.
Yes.
One might say. But what are your interests, Dan?
I like to go fishing. I like to watch a bit of cricket. Yeah, I like to repair old watches and, you know...
You like to repair old watches? Have you got one of those fantastic pairs of glasses where you just swing
a
in
loop.
lots?
I've got, a loop. I've got a little loop, yeah.
You have got a loop?
Yes.
You're quite good at that, then?
Well, I have mixed results.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's good fun. Keeps me out of trouble.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, Dan, you're on nothing. If you can score 29 or less, you are through to the next round.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a lovely city, I hope it's a city on the southwest, which is Truro.
Truro, says Dan. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Truro. Here's your red line. Truro is right. And you're through. Very well done indeed. Down it goes to 4. Fabulous, taking your total up to 4.
Yeah, well played. It's a city in Cornwall. There are also other Truros on the planet. There's one in Massachusetts in the USA, and there's one in Nova Scotia in Canada. I wonder if that's to do with the Great Cornish Migration. So after the mines closed down, loads of men from Cornwall went to America.
They headed west.
Yes, they did. So maybe they set up Truros.
Maybe they took Truro with them.
Maybe. It's a good name. Why not? Why wouldn't you take it?
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Now, Ant, welcome back to this, your third Pointless. I have to ask you, because when Ant and Hannah first arrived, we heard that they are absolutely devoted board game fans. Ant, what is the ultimate board game, in your opinion?
Ooh, the ultimate board game. It's got to be the board game that rips families apart. It's got to be Monopoly.
It's got to be Monopoly. I'm so glad you said that and not something really obscure. But yes, Ant, you're on 2. 27 or less gets you into round 2.
I'm going to go for Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton, says Ant. Here is your red line. Let's see if we can get you below that with Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton's absolutely right. And down we go with Wolverhampton. Gets you through to round 2. Down it goes to 7, taking your total up to 9.
Yeah, excellent. As I'm sure you're aware, the surrounding area around Wolverhampton is known as Black Country. Was that good?
It's very
Did
good.
I get away with it?
Uncannily good, yes.
I'm a bit embarrassed that I tried it, but I've done it.
No, I'm glad you did.
Thank you very much. It was given the name during heavy industrialisation of the area in the late 19th century. The pollution was so bad, it covered the buildings black, and it even made the soil black, so that's why it's called the Black Country. There we go.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Now, John, welcome to Pointless. Terrific to have you here, John. Tell us all about yourself.
I am currently unemployed, but I usually work as an IT systems developer, quite geeky, which means I basically talk to people a lot, listen to what they're doing, and either A, tell them, great job, go ahead, or B, no, we can improve that, or C, why the hell are you doing that?
Very good indeed. Which of A, B and C is it going to be for us, I wonder?
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. That's what I was hoping you'd say, John. What do you do for fun, John?
Well, I used to be quite a keen sportsman, and many years ago, when I was a little fitter and more svelte, shall we say, I played against Manchester United 2 years running, and we beat them.
Hang on, in what? In playing football, but how?
No, we didn't play them at football.
Oh, no,
we made sure we played them at cricket.
Oh, I see.
We beat them by 67 runs the first year and 6 wickets the next year.
Very good indeed. Now, John, you're on nothing. Brilliant score from Rosie in the first pass means 29 or less. Gets you into round 2. Can you equal that Pointless score, I wonder?
St Asaph?
There you go. St Asaph, I mean, it has in the past been a reliable low scorer. Let's see if it scores you the lowest score today. Here is your red line. Let's see if we can get you down to the bottom with St Asaph. St Asaph is absolutely right. Gets you into round 2. And very well done it indeed. It equals Rosie's brilliant Pointless answer in the first pass, and being another Pointless answer adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,750. Scores you nothing, leaves your total at nothing.
Absolutely brilliantly played. Yeah, a Roman coin was found on a path near St Asaph by a metal detecting enthusiast in early 2008. The coin is embossed with an image of a chariot pulled by 2 horses, and it's thought to be the oldest coin ever unearthed in Wales.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Harry, welcome back to Pointless.
Hi.
It's great to have you back with us. I tell you what, though, the awful thing is, as I talk to you, I can see the red 30 on your podium, which means you are the high scorers. But anyway, let's put that to the back of our minds for now. Tell us more about yourself, Harry.
I'm a postgraduate student who's recently graduated, and in my free time, I like reading and playing video games.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, there we are. Harry, you're on, I'm afraid, 30. You are our high scorers. So you are going to be leaving us at the end of this round. But let's see if we can get a cracking answer from you.
I'm just going to go for a wild shot. Armagh in Northern Ireland.
Armagh, says Harry. Let's see. How many of our 100 said Armagh? There's no red line as you're the high scorers. Armagh is right, Harry. And down it goes to Pointless. Look at that. Very well done indeed. Our fourth Pointless of the round. That is absolutely terrific. Being Pointless, of course, it adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £2,000. Scores you nothing, leaves your total at 30. Very well done, Harry.
I mean, what a round. Well done, Harry.
Thank you.
You're going out, but what a way to go out. As well as being a city, it's the county town of County Armagh in Northern Ireland, given city status in 1994. There were 13 pointless answers here, and we've already heard 4 of them, but let's see some more. Armagh, of course, Harry, you said that. Douglas on the Isle of Man. Dunfermline. Here's some more. Hamilton in Bermuda, an overseas territory. Jamestown, capital of the British overseas territory of St Helena. Lisbon in Northern Ireland. Newry in Northern Ireland. St Asaph, which we've had, and Stirling. And the only other pointless answers that weren't heard are Stoke-on-Trent and Westminster. So well done if you got any of those.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. That brings us to the end of our first round, but sadly means we have to say goodbye to our first pair. Harry and Kieran, you are that first pair. You will be back next time. And we'll have no more of this round 1 departure nonsense. We'll see you right the way through to the final, I'm sure of it. Thank you very much for playing, though, Harry and Kieran. For the remaining 3 pairs, though, it is now time for round 2. Very, very well done indeed for that first round. A fantastic spread of pointless answers as well. Well done to John, Rosie and Helen, who are our lowest individual joint scorers. And well done to John and Rosie, our lowest combined scorers there, with no points between them. But best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is German pop. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns the Beatles songs in German, Anita.
Yep, on each board we're going to show you the titles of 6 songs by the Beatles that we have loosely translated into German. We'd like you to give us the original English name of the song you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. And remember, we want the actual title of the Beatles song in each case, and not just a translation of the German words. Cannot wait till you read these ones out.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Well, Anita, you wait no more.
Yeah.
Because here they come. I give you Drehen und Schreien, TAS, Pfennigfahrbahn, PL, Hier kommt die Sonne, HCTS, Hilfe, H, Von mir zu dir, FMTY, and Die Ballade von John und Yoko, TBOJAY. Rosie, what would you like to go for?
I'd like to go for Pfennigfahrbahn, because my university bus used to go past it every day.
Did it now?
And it's known to us as Penny Lane.
Known to us now as Penny Lane, says Rosie. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Penny Lane. Penny Lane, absolutely right. Pfennigfahrbahn. And down it goes to 26. Very good indeed.
Yeah, well done. As part of a double A side, it spent 3 weeks at number 2 in 1967, kept off the top spot by Release Me by Engelbert Humperdinck.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. And now to you, Ant.
Yeah, Beatles and German, not my favourite topics. I have to complete stab in the dark. I have a Hilfe, which is hooray.
Hooray. Hooray. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? I'm sorry, Sorry, Ant. I'm afraid an incorrect answer scores you 100 points.
I'll give you the correct answer at the end of the pass, but, yeah, no hooray. Not today.
Not today. Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Now, Helen, would you like to talk us through that whole board?
I think the top one's Twist and Shout, then Here Comes the Sun, Help, although I think Hooray would have been a much better title. From Me to You and The Ballad of John and Yoko. So I think I'm going to go for the top one, Twist and Shout.
Twist and Shout. I think that's probably the right answer. Let's see how many of our 100 said Twist and Shout. Twist and Shout is right. Well, 100's our high score, and you passed that a while ago. 26 is our low, and you passed that. Down to 9, single figures, if you please, for Twist and Shout.
Yeah, excellently played. In fact, Helen, chef's kiss, because not only did you go through the board perfectly, you gave us the lowest answer as well, so well played. So you were right, Here Comes the Sun. That would have scored 20. Help, not Hooray, would have scored 54. From Me to You for 15, and The Ballad of John and Yoko, 34 points.
Thank you very much indeed. And that's called a chef's kiss, is it?
Isn't it?
I don't know. It should be. From now on,
Chef's
it
kiss,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, chef's kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Never heard that before. Wonderful.
There you go.
Amazing. Things we're learning.
See, I'm bringing it all.
Amazing, amazing. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 9, Helen, if you please. 9, the best score of the pass. That's where we find Helen and Dan. Then 26 is where we find Rosie and John. And then up to 100, where we find Ant and Hannah. I'm sorry about that. You're a little bit ahead there. Hannah, I don't know what'll happen on the next board, but a lovely low-scoring answer from you is not going to hurt. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more Beatles songs loosely translated into the German on the board, and here they are. I give you Ich fühle mich gut, IFF, Die Nacht eines harten Tages, AHDN, Gelbes U-Boot, YS, Erdbeerfelde für immer, SFF, Komm, gib mir deine Hand, IWTHYH, and Sie liebt dich, SLY. Dan, there you are, top of the board. Lovely, pristine 6 as yet unanswered Beatles songs there. What are you going to go for?
Well, my Beatles knowledge is pretty thin on the ground, so I think Helen's got me out of the mud a little bit with this. So I'm just going to play it relatively safe and go for Yellow Submarine.
OK, you are going to say that for Gelbes U-Boot. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Yellow Submarine. Here is your red line, nice and high. Yellow Submarine, absolutely right. And seeing you deftly into the head-to-head. Down it goes to 32, taking your total up to 41.
Played it safe, got it right. Double A side with Eleanor Rigby on the other side. In 2022, a super deluxe edition of the album Revolver was released, featuring a version of Yellow Submarine sung by John Lennon. His version was a sad-sounding acoustic ballad with much sadder lyrics.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
Sadder lyrics.
I need to hear it now.
No, I think we must.
Yeah, let's do it later.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Hannah.
I know a couple. It's just knowing what one's lower. Can I have I Want to Hold Your Hand, please?
Let's see how many of our 100 said I want to hold your hand. There's no red line for you, I'm afraid, as you are the high scorers. I Want to Hold Your Hand is right, and it's good. Down it goes to 35, takes your total up to 135.
Komm, gib mir deine Hand. Did I say that right?
You did, absolutely.
Excellent. It was actually recorded in German by the Beatles in 1964. Yeah. The original English version was #1 at Christmas in 1963. But all the Beatles fans knew that.
There we are. Of course they did. Thank you very much indeed, Anita. Now, John, good news for you. You are through, come what may. So it doesn't matter what you score here, but I think you might have some good low scores. Do you want to talk us through the board?
Top one, I Feel Fine. Second one, Hard Day's Night. Strawberry Fields Forever. And She Loves You. And I'm going to go for Strawberry Fields Forever.
Oh, that's nice. It goes with Penny Lane from the first pass. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Strawberry Fields Forever. No red line, for the lovely reason that you are already through. Strawberry Fields Forever, absolutely right. And it's a lovely low score. Down it goes to 8. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 34.
And you're right, it's perfect, because it was a double A-side with Penny Lane. You knew that. They spent 55 hours recording it in the studio, though.
I'm not surprised. It's got all those lots of tracks played forwards and backwards and all that kind of hoo-ha.
You know.
A lot of carry-on going on.
Complicated.
Very
worth it, though.
Worth it, yeah.
Yeah. Shall we go through the board? I mean,
yes.
You did it for us, John. I Feel Fine at the top. Lowest score, 4 points for that. Her Hard Day's Night would have got you 23. And She Loves You, also low scoring, 15.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. That brings us to the end of our second round. It means we have to say goodbye to our second pair. Oh, Ant and Hannah, I'm so sorry. This is the end of the pointless road for you. We've seen you into the head-to-head. We had high hopes for this show. I'm sorry that we're not seeing you into the final, but thank you so much for playing, Hannah and Ant. But for our two remaining pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, John and Rosie, Helen and Dan. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,000. Now, I put the emphasis on currently because we now have a chance to put some more money into that jackpot. You've already found 4 pointless answers this show. Can we find 2 more in this round and add another £500 to the jackpot? Let's find out. Here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Agatha Christie characters as they could. Anita.
Yes, you'll see 6 options. 4 are characters created by crime writer Agatha Christie, 2 of which are scoring, and 2 are pointless, and 2 are not characters created by Agatha Christie at all. £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed. Can you find the pointless Agatha Christie characters from these 6? I give you Lara Antipova, Lettice Prothero, Rosamund Darnley, Dr. Haydock, Sinclair Jordan and Joyce Meadowcroft.
I have absolutely no idea.
Joyce Meadowcroft, wasn't she the one who played Miss Marple?
Oh, was her name something like that, isn't it?
I think that's a...
Yeah, I think it is, that's what I thought.
Other than that, I can't give you anything.
Yeah.
What should we go with?
Very handy, if it's true. So, yes, John and Rosie, over to you. Who do you want to nominate?
We both said the same thing, so Lettice Prothero, please.
Lettice Prothero. Should we find out if Lettice Prothero is a pointless Agatha Christie character? Well, she's an Agatha Christie character, for sure. And she's pointless. Very well done indeed. Helen and Dan. Oh, should we find the other one?
What do you reckon, then? I think we're going to go for Lara Antipova.
Lara Antipova. Lara Antipova. Should we find out if that is a pointless Agatha Christie character?
Yeah, Lara Antipova is the character played by Julie Christie in the film Dr. Zhivago. So Julie, not Agatha. So she was our red herring. Lettice Prothero, though, what a great word. Yeah, Lettice Prothero from Miss Marple story, The Murder at the Vicarage. Let me give you another couple. So Rosamund Darnley from the Poirot story Evil Under the Sun. That would have scored 1 point. Dr. Haydock also scored 1 point. Appears in the Miss Marple story, The Case of the Caretaker. Joyce Meadowcroft.
We know about Joyce Meadowcroft. As fans of Richard Osman's The Thursday Murder Club will all remember, Joyce is one of the characters.
I feel like I have to rub the...
Yeah, rub the chrome.
rub the chrome every time we mention Richard or anything to do with the millions of books that he sold. And then Sinclair Jordan from the Parker Pine story, The Case of the Discontented Husband, was a pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed. And well done. You managed to find 1 pointless answer, which means we can add another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £2,250. But who'll be playing for it? Well, let's find out in the head-to-head. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer. Best of luck to both pairs. Our first question today is all about UNESCO Heritage Foods, Anita.
Yes, we're going to show you 5 pictures now of food and drink which are considered by UNESCO as items of intangible cultural heritage. We've added first and last letters of each word, as well as spaces for the remaining letters. Please give us the food item, the fewest of our 100 new.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so let's reveal our 5 heritage foods. And here they are. A, H-A. B, B-E. C, B-T. D, L-H. And E, C-S. There we are. John and Rosie, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
We know B.
We know
C. Is D lava?
I couldn't tell you.
E's couscous.
An A and E would just be
guess.
guesses.
C.
Let's go for C.
We're going to go for C, borscht.
Borscht, say John and Rosie. Now, Helen and Dan, that board's all yours. Do you want to talk us through it?
Not really.
No, we're really struggling with that. We know B, obviously, which is baguette.
And E, but we don't know the other two. I know I'm going to be cross with myself because I think I probably know what A is, but I just can't think of it. So we're going to go for E, couscous.
OK, couscous. So we have borscht and couscous. John and Rosie went for borscht for C. Let's see how many of our 100 said borscht. Borscht is right. And down goes borscht to 11. Very well done indeed. Helen and Dan, meanwhile, have gone for E and have said couscous. Let's see how many of our 100 said couscous. Couscous is right. Ooh, that's a high score. 85 for couscous, and it means John and Rosie, well done. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yes, well done. Helen, you probably will know most of them working at a supermarket.
I think I know A now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Go on.
Is it harissa?
What do you think?
Yeah, it's harissa, yeah.
Harissa would have scored 16.
16. And then baguette for B.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big one.
88. I wonder what the other 12 thought it was.
Well, I just wonder. I just wonder. D is one letter too many for lunch.
Yes.
It's actually lavash.
Lavash.
It's a pointless answer. It's an Armenian thin bread. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, now here comes your second question. Helen and Dan, you get to answer it first, but you've got to win this one to stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question today is all about Wimbledon without tennis.
And we're going to give you 5 clues to things about Wimbledon which are nothing to do with tennis. So please give us the answer the fewest of our 100 new. And if you're playing along in Wimbledon, you should know these.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 Wimbledon things. And here they are. A star of the 2000 film Snatch, who played in midfield for Wimbledon FC, VJ. Underground line, which terminates at Wimbledon, coloured green on the tube map, DL. Major designer of London's sewer system, who died in Wimbledon in 1891, JB. London borough in which Wimbledon is located, M. And creatures created by Elizabeth Beresford, who recycle litter for a borough on Wimbledon Common, TW. There we are. Helen and Dan, you will go first.
Vinnie Jones, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah. OK. What do you think? OK. I think we're going to go for the underground line, which is the district line.
The district line, say Helen and Dan. Now then, John and Rosie, it's over to you. Can you talk us through that board?
Top one's Vinnie Jones.
The fourth one...
Merton.
Merton, yeah.
Obviously, the Wombles.
The lovely
Wombles.
We're going to take a risk.
We'll take a punt on the sewer system.
I think it's Joseph Bazalgette.
Joseph Bazalgette or Bazalgette, but yes, Joseph Bazalgette or Bazalgette. Let's see, in the order they were given, we had Helen and Dan went for the district line. Let's see how many of our 100 said the district line. District line is absolutely right. 36 for the district line. Meanwhile, John and Rosie have gone for Joseph Bazalgette, the designer of London's sewer system. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Very well done indeed. It is indeed Joseph Bazalgette. And it wins you the point. And down it goes to 2. Very well done indeed. And it means John and Rosie, after only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
I feel like we need to give a second
Little chef's kiss.
Second one. I mean, it's been so satisfying to watch all 4 of you play. It's been great, but well done. Lowest scorer on the board. Let's work our way through the rest of it. You both knew the top one. It was Vinnie Jones. It would have scored less than District Line, but only by 1 point, 35. Then the London borough in which Wimbledon's located, it was Merton, 12 points. And we all know the last one, don't we?
It is the Wombles.
Yeah, 40. Highest scorer.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Anita. That brings us to the end of our head-to-head round. It means we have to say goodbye to our losing pair, Helen and Dan. It's your first show. You've got plenty more shows in the tank, so we'll see you again next time and look forward to that. But meanwhile, thank you very much indeed, Helen and Dan. For John and Rosie, though, it is now time for the Pointless Final. Oh, huge congratulations, John and Rosie. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. Yes. You now have a chance to win the Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,250. Now, £750 of that jackpot is from you, is from the sweat of your brows, as it were. You gave us 2 pointless cities in the first round, and in the bonus round, you gave us Lettuce Prothero as well. See, I remember it all. So it would be lovely if we could send you home with that jackpot. It would be entirely fitting and proper. What would you like to see come up at this round?
Manchester United cricketers.
Yeah. Roundabouts in Milton Keynes, they all have lovely names.
Oh, don't they? What's that road that you go on forever and ever and ever and ever?
Child's Way.
Child's Way, yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
There we go. Well, listen, there will be things on this board, 4 of them. We have to hope that at least one of them appeals in some way. The 4 are Adam Sandler American football films, ballet at the Royal Opera House, Antipodean politics, medieval literature. What's leaping out at you?
Shall we go?
The exit. Adam Sandler, no.
No.
Ballet, could be names of ballets.
Or characters?
Or characters. Antipodean politics, we know a few.
You know a few. I could name one.
Medieval literature. No, really, that's not my thing. Ballet?
Let's go ballet, then.
Ballet at the Royal Opera House.
Shall we go ballet at the Royal Opera House?
We've got the trophy.
Exactly.
So we are looking for the name of any dancer listed in the programme for the Royal Ballet's Diamond Celebration. Or we're looking for the name of any choreographer or assistant choreographer listed in the programme for the same Diamond Celebration. This performance, to mark 60 years of the Friends of the Royal Opera House, was held at the Royal Opera House, Covent Garden, with a live screening on the 16th of November 2022. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much, Anita. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. If you can find 3 pointless answers, we'll throw in an extra £500 bonus. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
So, Swan Lake. Who did the Swan Lake production that we saw?
Oh, Andrew somebody.
No. Margie Clark's brother was a brilliant choreographer, but I couldn't tell you what his first name is. Should we go for Fosse? Because they may have done something a bit jazzy.
OK.
And then dancers, Darcy Bustle, which everyone will have heard of. And...
all the only other ones I can think of are all dead.
And the little one. The little one who danced with
Wayne
Princess...
Sleep.
Wayne Sleep.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, I think we've got 3
Are
answers.
you happy? Should we stop the clock?
Yeah.
Stop the clock. There we are. Let's have your 3 answers.
So it's Bob Fosse.
Bob Fosse.
As a choreographer.
As a choreographer.
And dancers, Wayne Sleep.
Wayne Sleep.
I think it might be Michael Clark. Let's drop Darcy Bustle, because she won't be pointless. Let's go for Michael Clark.
Michael Clark.
As a choreographer.
As a choreographer. You said that in the nick of time because you hadn't given Darcy Bustle, so we're allowed to take that. So, there we are. Michael Clark. Not the Australian cricketer,
no.
but the
Certainly
choreographer.
not.
OK, so of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
If it's right, Michael Clarke.
Michael Clarke will put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Wayne Sleep.
Wayne Sleep. And then Bob Fosse goes in the middle. So Wayne Sleep, Bob Fosse, Michael Clarke. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have Wayne Sleep, Bob Fosse and Michael Clarke. 3 wonderful-looking answers up there on the board. If one of these turns out to be pointless, it will win you £2,250. What would you like to do with that?
Well, we met first at university over 30 years ago.
At Liverpool. We're back to Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields again.
You see, there we are.
And we walked home together after we'd first met, and we talked about childhood holidays in Germany and said, we definitely want to go to Germany. Well, it's now...
28 years of marriage later, we've still never been to Germany.
Never been to Germany. It's got to happen.
So we thought, it'll be our special pointless holiday after all this time.
And there we were, so Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields in German. If that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. This is all terrific. Well, very, very best of luck. Your first answer was Wayne Sleep. In this case, we're looking for dancers at the Royal Opera House. Diamond Celebration. Let's see how many of our 100 said Wayne Sleep. Might it be pointless? Oh. Not Wayne Sleep. So we quickly turn to Bob Fosse. We're now looking for choreographers at the same event, the Diamond Celebration. How many of our 100 said Bob Fosse? Oh, no! Not Wayne Sleep, not Bob Fosse. But we now move on to Michael Clarke. Now, this is something that you thought of. You knew the criteria, you couldn't remember the name. And then suddenly it came to you. Michael Clarke. Let's find out if Michael Clarke is going to win you £2,250 by being a pointless answer as a choreographer at this Royal Opera House Diamond Celebration. Oh, no! Bad luck! Oh, bad luck. I'm so sorry. That would have been perfect and just poetic if that had been your winning answer. But I'm afraid it wasn't. I'm afraid you therefore don't win today's jackpot. But you do win today's Pointless Trophy, and richly deserved as well. Very well done.
Oh, bad luck. That was just a really tough category. There were some great answers there. Sadly, none of them were involved in the Diamond Celebration at the Royal Ballet. But let's have a look at some pointless answers, shall we? Anna Rose O'Sullivan, Marianella Nunez, Stephen McRae, Australian dancer who became principal of the Royal Ballet in 2009, and Yasmin Nagdi. The only scoring answers, in fact, were Francesca Hayward, Fumi Kaneko and Matthew Ball. I'm a Fumi mega fan, by the way. Fangirl over that one. Moving on to choreographers at the Royal Opera House's Diamond Celebration. Here are some pointless answers you could have had. George Balanchine, Joseph Tunga, Kenneth Macmillan, Pam Tanowitz. Again, there were lots of pointless answers. In fact, the only scoring answer here was Wayne McGregor, and he's the only one I named.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita, and thank you, John and Rosie. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £3,250. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Anita.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.